Hi, I'm Mariko, and I'm a student instructor with Impact Bay Area. What drew me to Impact was my best friend had taken it. She always talked about it and how amazing it was. I had had some LGBTQ hate at one of the colleges I was at, and I was dealing with that. And she convinced me to take a basic class, and I really, really enjoyed it. The physical strikes obviously are important. I think that's what makes us unique at Impact, getting to hit full force against a human target who's talking a bunch of crap at you. But I also really, really like the verbal boundary setting skills. And I'd never gotten a chance to use my voice and be effective with it in the past. And I was very, I guess the only way to say it is moved by the role of the student instructor. And I thought that maybe I could take all of the bad stuff that I had gone through in my life and try to turn it into a very non-conventional but positive way of helping the world. Because I'm like 5'3.5" on a good day. Like no one, when I tell people that like I get beat up for a living, like they don't believe me because they just see me and they're like, there's no way that you wear like a 50-pound suit and you talk a bunch of crap and get beat up by women all day. I'm like, no, really, that's what I do. Training was very intense. I've seen bits and pieces of whistle training, and I would say that it's very comparable. It's everything is analyzed pretty seriously, like everything like you say from opening circle all the way to how to take strikes. It's not just about how to take strikes in the suit. That's a big part of it. It's also how you present yourself in a class to students and how to promote a safe space, but also being able to turn that off and be the ugly character that everybody's afraid of. There was a big trauma section where we had to talk about trauma and how it comes up in classes and how to handle that and how to be a safe space with all the trauma that comes up. There's a lot of stuff that comes up in a class. You have such a wide range of students, and that was a big part of instructor training. And a big part of it is having mock students or whistle instructors and assistants come in and pretending to be all these wide variety of students so that we get that practice in a safe space before we go out into a class and try to do it with real students. It's helpful to have different alter egos or different characters that have different stories about who they are. So that way you can channel those characters when you're trying to do these fights. And putting on the suit is kind of like that. It's not comfortable at all. It makes you walk really funny, as I'm sure everyone has seen. We kind of waddle. It's fun, you know. Believe it or not, it is really fun when you get hit really hard. Like it feels really good because it means you did it. And more importantly, the student did it. You were able to be the character that you needed to be, and the student was able to channel her or their inner strength and hit you really hard, and it feels really good. That's something that makes us very, very, very unique as a self-defense organization. The fact that we go all the way from someone just going, breaking into your house and you hearing a noise all the way to rape, and that it's never too late to fight. It's a very weird job and a very unique job. And I think, not to toot my own horn, but it does take a special person to be able to do this stuff. And I've been doing it since 2015. So they must like what I'm doing. One of my best friends, who's also one of my employees, I started talking to her about Impact one night, and she told me that everything I said about Impact felt like a prayer had been answered. And with the help of Impact, we were able to get her into a class because of the sliding scale, because she didn't have a lot of money at the time. And after she took that basic class, I just saw her change completely. The way she carried herself, the way that she set boundaries at work, and because of the sliding scale and because of Impacts, and their donations, one of my best friends is able to get the help and the support that she needed to be able to walk around the world safer and more confident. It's good to know that after a class, there's 10 to 16 more people out there that have skills, that other people around them that are seeing all of this will kind of start to absorb that. I think it's really important to see people set healthy boundaries. I didn't see that a lot growing up. And I think about how it could have been different if I did. I hate that we have Impact, but or that we have to have Impact, but I love that we have it. And I would love to see us doing more classes. The more classes and the more people that we can get into classes, I really firmly believe to my core, the world will be a safer place for everybody. I've learned a lot of new things that I never would have even thought about before Impact. So besides getting to be an instructor and teaching all these amazing students, like I'm growing and changing. Our curriculum is growing and changing. And that's kind of my universal goal for Impact is just making the world a safer place, 10 to 16 students at a time.